Bakit ba kasi ang baba ng presyo ng palay? Bakit ba may rice tariffication mo pa? Humihirap na nga yung mga magsasaka. Ano pang pinahihirap yan? Ano bang solusyon ang dapat natin gawin?
Hoy! Kahoy!
Wohohoy, kahoy, good morning! This is Bards, isang agriculturist from the Philippines, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that bell button para ting-ting updated kayo sa mga videos na i-upload ko in the future. So now, I will be discussing something that is very matunog nowadays, and kakahoyan, I know you are very much familiar with this. Have you heard about the Rice Tariffication Law? Alam ko that you have heard the news recently about the surge in, well, plantitos or plantitas going gaga about the ornamentals, which I had discussed briefly on my previous vlog, so watch it if you can. And right now, kung isipin natin with a simple problematization, bakit kaya yung mga ornamentals nagmamahal? Samantalang yung mga kailangan natin sa pang-araw-araw, that is our food and simply the rice, ay mababa yung presyo. That's why meron tayong nakikita sa social media ngayon na nakalagay, along with other challenges that surfaced. Hashtag sabay-sabay ipanawagan na itaas ang presyo ng palay pertaining to that husk rice grains na gagamitin pa, imimil pa para magamit at isaing at a process for its wider use like harina and the likes. Gusto ko sanang pag-usapan natin kung ano yung dahilan kung bakit meron ito, no, in this outline, that basically rice tariffication law has its fair share about, kumbaga ang rice tariffication law ang may dahilan, ang may pakana kung bakit meron tayong ganitong issue sa presyo ng bigas. And gusto ko rin na i-explain yun briefly, i-relate ito sa nangyayari ngayon, and tingnan din natin kung ano ba yung sinasabi ng mga ekonomista at yung mga nasa komunidad para meron tayong middle ground. At siguro, para hindi naman to magmukhang pagreklamo lamang, bigyan din natin ng saysay yung mga pwede nating ibigay na suggestions for our current situation to at least be improved or magkaroon ng resolution. I don't know, I'm not an expert, I'm not the president of the Philippines, pero siguro pwede rin natin gamitin yung mga natutunan nating background in science, in agriculture, at sa economy or economics para magkaroon din naman ng boses. So, yung mga nakakaranas na pagkatagal-tagal na discrimination at oppression, and that is our farmers. Tama? Before I will start, a moment of silence to our farmers who have struggled, who have been demoralized, who have lost their encouragement and inspiration. So bakit ba merong Rice Tariffication Law? Rice Tariffication Law is Republic Act 11203 that aims to throw away the quantitative restrictions of rice imports in the Philippines in response to World Trade Organization's Agreement on Agriculture na magkaroon ng mas masaganang pangangalakal sa iba't ibang bansa, no, sa pamamagitan ng paglalagay ng tariff o tax pag pumasok na sa bansa itong mga produktong ito. And since 1994, talagang nilalayo ng bansa natin yung tariff imposition sa palay or sa rice kasi they've seen na talagang mawawala sa kompetisyon o malalaglag sa kompetisyon yung mga rice farmers natin dahil mababa yung presyo ng palay o ng bigas man lang ng ating mga katabing bansa dahil siguro sa kanilang industrialization na naunahan na tayo to think na dito pa sila nag-aral sa bansa natin, and all other factors na kumbaga masasapawan yung ating mga farmers. Now, isa pa sa mga issues kung bakit may rice tariffication law ay dahil kulang nga tayo sa supply ng bigas, no? According to some literatures, quote-unquote, which still debatable from my end. At dahil kulang ang supply, so nagkaroon recently ng mga inflation at tumaas ang presyo ng bigas. So naisip nila na i-push na talaga to finally. And last year, in February 2019, nangyari nga ito at naging pilay sa paa no, ng ating mga magsasaka dahil ang baba ng farm gate price na nakuha nila pre-RTL ngayon parang mas bumaba pa. So ano na nga ba ang nangyari ngayon? Ang farm gate price ay naapektuhan from 17 pesos per kilo ay naging 13 to 14 pesos na lang per kilo, at kung ikukumpara natin siya sa 12 pesos per kilo na production cost, wala silang kikitain. At nakakaawa at napakasakit isipin na for so long talagang laging naiiwan at napapabayaan yung mga farmers natin. Economists would say na ginawa nila yun dahil yung consumers natin lalo yung mas mapipilay o mapapasama kasi daw dahil tumataas o nagkaroon ng inflation, mas magiging mahal yung mga bigas per kilo at mas maraming consumers ang maapektuhan nito. It's right to say dahil party din naman sila ng lipunan, pero it's just sad na may ganoon klase tayong confrontation na naranasan, and ang ending siyempre yung mga farmers natin yung kawawa. Pero sabi daw sa Rice Tariffication Act, may safeguards naman daw yung farmers, no? It includes the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund or RCEF, isang mukha ng support kamukha ng Agricultural Competitiveness Enhancement Fund or ACEF from the AFMA or the Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act of 1997. But anyway, RCEF na nagsasabi na huwag mag-alala ang mga magsasaka dahil meron support pa din, that is 10 billion per year allotted for fertilizers, allotted for machineries, allotted for seed materials, and also the training and capacity building para makasabay ang ating mga magsasaka sa kompetisyon. Pero that was last year, and this year is a different year with the pandemic that we experienced. Parang pareho pa din yung concern na nangyayari. I know 1 year is still a short time in terms of implementing policies here in the country, pero if you would think about it na nauna pa yung imposition ng tariff and yung burden na bumaba yung palay kaysa dun sa support. Although, in fairness na din, this year or last year, nagkaroon naman na ng mga caravans yung field rice addressing or making sense of RCEF. And nakita ko yan with my friends and colleagues or mga dating kasama sa university na ngayon ay part na ng field rice. Napakasipag naman nila on doing or fulfilling that job. Kaya lang, parang hindi pa din sapat. Dahil kung sapat siya, edi kung hindi ko chinek yung mga farmer groups ngayon or recently, dapat wala na silang mga gantong reklamo na 13 pesos pa din ng rice, hindi ko ma-produce, hindi ko maani yung bigas, parang nakakahinayang tanggalin to sa field ko kasi napakamura ng bayad. And then the NFA would say na hindi pa tama ang kalidad dito sa amin para maging buffer stock, hindi namin yan bibilin. So if there are remarks on anecdotes for that, there's still problem. And I would like you to think about that kasi nakakalungkot tayo. Well, ayun yung nangyayari sa atin ngayon dito. Kaya lang, naisip ko din na if we just push for sa panawagan na itaas yung presyo ng palay, it is not very easy kasi may mga considerations din in other aspects. Pero bakit ganun? I mean, napakatagal na ng problema na nakuha ng mga magsasaka. Tapos hanggang ngayon ay sila pa rin yung nasa dulo ng pila. So sad to think. Anyway, di naman tayo nandito para magreklamo dahil sabi nga ng mga ibang eksperto at yung mga ibang ekonomista o yung mga ibang mayroon lang hinuha at opinion tungkol dito sa mga pagreklamo, wala naman daw binibigay na solusyon. Yung iba sinasabi, ibalik na lang daw sa QR. I mean, yun yung suggestion ay ibalik na lang sa quantity or quantitative restrictions na alam naman natin na ineffective in the first place. No? Having it extended for 25 years at wala pa rin nakukuha ang benefit, ay sure na tayo na wala yung magandang napapala. And I think it's not the case kasi I know there are more voices to be heard na makakapagbigay ng mas magandang solution regarding this. So ako, susubok lang ako. Meron akong mga gustong banggitin na pwede nating explore, no? In various levels in the community. So I have here, I think 8 points na to share. And hopefully, before or after this video ay makapag-isip din tayo kung ano ba yung pwede natin gawin, no? At hindi lang basta-basta humingi ng increase in palay kasi hindi na siya madaling gawin. So number 1, ang naisip ko, since what we have now are the law, or what we have now is the RTL, and from RTL we have RCEF, sana pabilisin man lang yung paggamit or pag-tap nito, no, from its allocation. And I know there are so many importers of rice already, at meron na rin namang appropriations from or allocations from the GAA itong programang ito, I suppose. Pabilisin yung paggamit nito. I mean, marami na kailangan around the Philippines. Irregular na nga yung farm gate prices natin. Mayroon akong nabasa from Sorsogon, 22 kilos. At 22 pesos per kilo ang farm gate. Dito naman sa Nueva Ecija, parang 7 to 8 pesos ang farm gate. Tapos dito siguro sa Laguna and Quezon provinces, if there are rice producers, at the rate of 13 to 14 kilos din. So it varies. Baka pwede yung makatulong yung RCEF to have balance or standard for that. Siguro may considerations din in distance, in the supply, or kung sino man yung tatanggap nun. So yun, meron tayo dibang machineries, meron tayong for seed production, meron din tayong training and other inputs and implements. Aside from procuring them faster, yung training siguro explore natin para hindi na lang tayo mag-focus on rice production. We have the intercropping, we have other diversified agricultural farming systems na pwedeng itap at gamitin from science and research na I know na PhilRice has been exploring this naman since at least from the last year I viewed PhilRice in Nueva Ecija. Ay meron naman silang in-explore. Exordian, and then integration of livestock, the mallard, Muscovy ducks, and other agricultural commodities na pwedeng gamitin ng mga farmers. Pag dumating kasi yung panahon na talagang talang-tala na yung rice, kailangan na rin mag-innovate ng mga communities. And dapat alalayan sila dito. At ngayon pa lang sana sa RCEF ay ma-integrate na ito. Then next, we have LGU multipurpose milling. Not only for rice, not only for grains, but siguro i-expand natin into a bigger post-harvest facility na kahit yung mga high-yielding varieties at kahit yung mga high-value crops natin can also be situated or be put in there. Para hindi naman sayang yung facility. Let's have more innovative facilities for that. When we say innovation, more machineries, that would give more efficiency uses, multipurpose uses, and also tapping sustainable resources. No? Baka pwedeng gamitin yung biogas or anything that would not harm the environment dahil milling as part of the post-harvest would entail a lot of energy, and I think it would also affect our rice production long-term, no, in terms of environment. So dapat yung mga ganong connections din ay ini-integrate din natin, no, in our solutions. Another one would be the National Food Authority guiding our farmers para maabot yung standard or yung quality na kailangan for buffer stocks. So sabi ko nga may mga anecdotes na ang mga farmers nalulungkot na lang kasi hindi daw swak sa standard ng NFA yung kanilang mga na-produce na grains is either over moist, under maturity pa. Well, I think mga minor lang yun, mga isolated cases. And I know farmers know a lot about rice naman. Pero siguro yun nga, yung possibility na hindi mag-swak sa standard, kailangan yung NFA mismo would help. I know there are authorized or authorities for buffer stocking and parang na-limit na sila for that. Pero sana naman kahit yung mga ganong klaseng assistance integrate na rin natin. And one serious question though, bakit ang NFA masyadong focus sa rice? Diba, we have food and a lot of food. When we say food, it's a lot. So, bakit rice lang? Another solution would be mag-ayos ng scheduling in terms of rice imports para mapaghandaan din ng mga local farmers kung kailan dapat sila malakas or kung kailan dapat sila umalalay dahil may possible competitions. According to literatures, parang around September to October, malaking supply ng rice yung kailangan. So, baka pwedeng i-regulate on that sense, on that mode. But also, not dismissing the fact na talagang ang mura pa din. Kumbaga itong sinasabi ko naman ng mga solutions ay pwedeng gawin simultaneously, hindi parang isang solution. Next would be, I would hate to say this, na we are too paralyzed with producing rice, and at the end of the day ay kahit sobrang resource intensive niya, ang baba ng makukuha nating benefits. No? When I say benefits, it's not only about the yield but also satisfaction in economic and social aspects. No? So baka pwede nating explore yung pag-produce ng gulay, mga perennials, mga prutas, at iba't iba pang fibers. And I know farmers would love to entertain that idea, especially if they are guided and it is appropriate with their beliefs and their culture. Although it's a long debate then with regards to imposing technologies or appropriate technologies, pero it's the work of the agricultural extension workers. So make sense na the world is fluid and we must also adapt to the changing environments if we want to secure our livelihoods. It's just part of, kumbaga, a mindset na baka pwedeng i-ditch na rin natin yung pag-produce ng rice kasi it's too much na. Kumbaga, we love rice too much and at the end of the day, nakakaawa naman yung mga farmers natin na nahihirapan. Now, I think we should also support local. It's in the part of the consumers na. We know that farmers have lower palays. So siguro tulungan natin silang bilhin yun. Tulungan natin silang, sana matutunan din nilang or sana magkaroon din sila ng support na ng milling para diretso na sa consumers, hindi dumaan sa middlemen na pwede makinabang. Diba sabi ko nga kanina, 17 to 30 to 33 pesos. Yung 13 pesos na sana ay nasa farmers na ay nabubulsa pa ng mga other, mga pasak dun sa supply chain natin na dapat hindi na din at naiiwasan na. That would be great as always. Sabi ko nga, support local, hyper local, and para hindi na rin masyadong maging labor at resource intensive yung mga farmers natin. Para lang mag-deliver, we must support local.
Eh, siyempre naman, if we advocate na tumaas yung presyo ng palay, siyempre supportahan na rin natin. Yung nga sabi ko, bumili tayo ng local, di tayo na mismo yung mag-set ng higher price. Huwag na natin pangaran yung mga ito. Huwag na natin isipin na, pandit price ay ganito, and then dapat bilhin namin ng ganyan. So, tayo mismo, if we have the conscience or care sa ating mga magsasaka, then let's give them what they deserve. If you would ask me whether to jump Rice Tariffication law or not, I would like to say yes. If it's the only way para maiangat natin yung kalidad ng pamumuhay ng mga magsasaka, and provided that there's a counter policy that has better effects on farmers, or that could make more inclusive trade reforms, pwede din tayo. At the end of the day, I think that these problems are really chain and cyclical. So, kailangan natin maging critical and kailangan din natin mag-isip ng mabuti kung ano ba yung kailangan natin galawin sa equation ng system. Kasi it's already there and it's very difficult to deal with it. So, ang mahalaga na lang siguro isipin natin ay sa lahat ba ng gagawin natin, makaka-benefit ba ay yung mga nakaangat na o makakatulong ba ito lalo sa mga kailangan natin talagang iangat, no?
Or I hope after this video ay ma-inspire kayo to do something with your capacity. And before I end this video, gusto kong pasalamatan ng ating mga magsasaka for keeping the fire burning, for still hanging in there, at kahit alam kong laki ng problema natin ngayon in our sector, ay nandyan pa rin kayo. And with that, sabay-sabay nating iangat ang agrikultura ng Pilipinas. Let's hope for the best sa ating bansa. And for our next video, I will talk about why did I venture in agricultural extension and what would be the careers in agricultural extension. We still have a lot of homework to do as agriculturists, economists, and those who love our country and those who love our agriculture. Malayo pa ang ating mararating at sana sa mga policy makers at sa mga taong nasa itaas, subukan nyo namang umupo para makita nyo naman. So this is Bards Interno at salamat po sa inyong suporta. Bye-bye!